Okay, coming back to pointers and references, we can use them to reference or point to objects created from classes. So this right here that you see is an object or an instance created from a warrior class. So I can do something like this over here. I can go warrior, and this can be a warrior pointer, and I'm going to say var ptr warrior pointer is equal to, and here we need to use the and sign because this is a pointer, and we can pass here a brave warrior. Now we can do the same thing for the reference. So here this is our warrior reference denoted with the and sign, and I'm going to call it var ref, short for reference, is equal to brave warrior. Why am I doing this? What is the point? Well, everything that I said about references in the lecture about references and pointers, so when we talked about them, applies as well here for these objects created from classes. So if we try to print the memory address using the pointer, it will be the same as what we did with an integer. If we try to change the values, if we try to access the values, it will be the same. But one thing that I want to show you when you are dealing with a reference, or actually, excuse me, first of all, with a pointer. So when you're dealing with the pointer, in order to access the variables, so we can access everything that the warrior class has, and the warrior class is inheriting from the player, which means we have access to power, health, so on and so forth, what we talked in the previous video. But if we want to access from a pointer, so here accessing variables and functions from a pointer with, so here I'm going to say with like this, so this dash and greater than sign. So we will use var ptr dash greater than sign, and now we can access these. So here I can say power is equal to 12. You know, the issue here is we cannot say dot. So we cannot use var ptr dot and then access, for example, health. It will simply use it like this. So dash and then greater than sign, and then it will allow us to access it. And when it comes to references, so accessing variables and functions from references like this, we can use the dot. So I can say var ref dot, let's say here health is equal to 12, or I don't know, 53. This will work. So if you want to access the variables or the functions that you declared in a class or an instance from that class, for a pointer you're going to use dash and then greater than sign. For a reference, you're going to use dot and then access it. And here also, because this right here, this brave warrior is an instance, this is also a reference. It is referencing this object right here, because this is an object created from a warrior class, okay? So this is an instance from it, which means it is a reference. So same here, same as this reference over here, this works in the same way. So we can use brave warrior.health.power to access these references. You get the point, to access the health, to access the power, and all of the good stuff. But when it comes to a pointer, then here, as you see, we need to use dash and greater than sign to access the power, or even a function. So var ptr, I can say dash here, I can say attack like this to access that, so on and so forth. Again, everything we talked about pointers and references, when it comes in our referring to those lectures back then, everything applies here as well. So if you change the reference, it will affect this one right here. So if you go over here for the war reference and you change the health over here, it will affect the brave warrior as well, and all the things that apply to the pointer and to our reference. So this is, well, a short lecture that I wanted to talk about when it comes to pointers and references and dealing with these objects, or referencing or pointing to objects. So this is something that we should know because we will use this a lot when it comes to Unreal Engine. And Fahir here from MozDudes.com. I will see you guys in the next video. Where else can I see you? I'm not going to see you in jail, definitely. So yeah, take care.